Assalamualaikum, my name is Nada Syahda binti Naimi. Today I want to present for first part, introduction. Household solid waste refer to waste generated by household or domestic activity. It is made out of a variety material that are described as a result of everyday life and household operation. Household waste has many types, such as organic waste, paper, plastic, glass, metal, textile, e-waste, and hazardous waste. They are type of waste and some example. First, organic waste, food scrap, vegetable, and fruit peeling. Second, paper, packaging material, newspaper, magazine, and cardboard box. Next, plastic bag, bottle, packaging material and container. For glass, glass bottle, jar and other glass container. Metals such as aluminium can, steel can and tin can. Textile, clothing, liner and towel. E-waste, like computer, television and mobile phone. Hazardous waste, such as battery, aerosol, cleaning agent and paint. That's all. Thank you.
Now I will present about sampling location that we choose in this assignment. The finding of the determination and choice of sampling site for solid waste management in Taman Mutiara, Kampung Gopak J, Menggapang Teliput are presented in this study. To gain a true understanding of the volume and kind of solid waste produced by the population, as well as any variance that may occur in the area, the sampling location will be chosen. Taman Mutiara, Kampung Gopak Jeng, Menggapang Teliput is housing estate location in the Kuala Terengganu. This is consists of 40 housing unit with a population of around 500 people. This residential area covers approximately 2 hectares and consists of various types of housing, including household, commercial and public facilities. In this sampling, we use the survey method to select the sampling site. We select a sample of household from various residential neighborhood of Taman Mutiara using a survey method. This allows us to get a representative picture of the solid waste generation by the populations. Then, we deciding where to take the sample, we take in account the business area. We have identified numerous representative sampling sites in the Taman Mutiara, Kampung Gopak J, Menggapang Teliput residential area based on the methodologies provided, including the household sample that we have chosen a few homes at random from various neighborhoods in the residential neighborhood. Both population density and numerous home kind are included. Next, for the business area, we collected samples from areas that represent the commercial sector in the neighborhood. Overall, the survey method was used to select an appropriate sampling site, allowing us to collect data that will assist in the effective solid waste management in Taman Mutiara, Kampung Gopak J, Menggapang Teliput.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Zurin Wahida Amalin binti Zarudin, matrix number S61687. For sampling approach or methodology, we do waste characterization sampling was used to analyze the composition of solid waste in selected households in Taman Mutiara. The process involved household selection, waste sample collection, sorting, weighing and data analysis. The result provide a comprehensive understanding of waste types and proportion, forming and the basis for evidence-based waste management strategies and policies. The data was analyzed using MS 2505-2012 Annex A survey questionnaire to obtain all that data gathered from the 7 chosen houses.
I will explain about result and analysis.
The first diagram shows general information which is about our survey, such as the locations and total number of people that we hand the questionnaires to. This also shows the information which is temperature and average annual rainfall. The second one is waste generation and collection rates. The data obtained from the survey we conducted on 5 houses in Taman Mutiara. The analysis was summarized based on the accumulated waste from the 5 houses in their area. The third is average composition of collection waste. The amount obtained from the survey that we conducted will be combined according to the waste type to determine the average composition of collected waste. The data will show in percents, metric tons and kilograms. Next is waste flow, business as usual or BAU. The outcome is waste diverted from landfill or dump sites. Lastly is the review. It shows the review of the surveys that was conducted by us for 5 houses at Taman Mutiara, Kempancing, Terengganu. Thank you.
My name is Nur Fatia Farhana and I want to present about the constraint. The questionnaire method was utilized to obtain certain important information. Several constraints were fed during the survey process to acquire information. As the result, here are some limits that might be regarding completing the solid waste survey. The first point to mention is the response rate. Encouraging the respondent to respond to survey paper is difficult task because they do not want to participate by completing the survey question. 2 is inventory data. The questionnaire was provided to the respondent in hard copy and give it face to face. So it will take a long time for the survey to get written and it take a time to gather the information too. 3 is time constraint. A questionnaire survey on solid waste use a significant amount of time for design, data gathering, analysis and reporting. 4 is a limited scope. Questionnaire frequently have a limited scope in terms to preparing questions and can only cover a limited range of terms or specific components of solid waste management. This maybe can impede persons who wish to respond to this questionnaire. Last but not least, qualification of academic assessment. The majority of survey respondents do not have a substantial expertise in solid waste management and some of them did not grasp the vocabulary and terms related to SWM and just answer the question. To circumvent this constraint, a mixed method strategy integrating survey with other research methodologies such as interview has been recommended. By collecting both quantitative and qualitative data, this can assist offer respondents with more true knowledge and insight regarding solid waste management.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Firman bin Muhammad Rahman. Next I will explain about the discussion of our survey. Based on the data we got in diagram 2, the per capita waste generation rate inside formal collection zones was at 7.61 kg per day. The average annual percentage growth rate in the quantity of waste collected for historical period was negative 30%. This is because based on environmental statistic for Terengganu show a decrease in the waste schedule from 2020 to 2021. The average annual percentage growth rate in the quantity of waste collected for projected future period was 10% because it is influenced by several important factors that can affect the quantity of waste collected in the area. Based on our survey shown in diagram 3, there is 6 collected waste which is food waste, green, paper or cardboard, plastic, metal and glass. The highest average composition of collected waste is food waste which is 32% with 4 metric tons. The second highest average collected waste is plastic with 25% and 3 metric tons. Collected waste such as metal recorded the third highest average collected waste with 20% and also 3 metric tons. Next, the average composition for glass is 10% with 1 metric ton and the least average composition for collected waste is green with 1% and 0 number of metric tons. The average composition for paper or cardboard is 12% with 2 metric tons. Diagram 4 states the metric tons of waste delivered to a diversion facility per year is 1 for composting category, while 11 in waste combustion and 5 in recycling. The percentage of total collected waste delivered to the facility is 7.2% in composting, 79.2% for waste combustion, and 36% in the recycling category. While the percentage of total collected waste delivered from landfill or dump site after accounting for materials diverted or rejected from the facility is 6.4% for composting, 49.2% for waste combustion, and recycling is 0.0%. Based on the diagram above, we can see the metric of composting is 1, which leads to 7.20% of total collected waste delivered to the facility and 6.36% of total collected waste diverted from the landfill after accounting for materials rejected from the facility. Next is 7 metric tons of waste combustion. It recorded 79.2% of total collected waste delivered to the facility and 0.0% of total collected waste diverted from landfill after accounting for materials ejected from the facility. The rate for waste combustion material is 10. Lastly, the recycling is 0, recorded as much as 36% of total collected waste delivered to the facility and 0.0% of the total collected waste diverted from the landfill.
So next, recommendation. There are many suggestions that we have to solve this problem. Among them are, first one, strengthen waste reduction efforts, enhance recycling infrastructure, develop composting programs, implement hazardous waste management, foster public participation and awareness, support research and innovation, and the last one, strengthen policy and governance. Okay, so by implementing this recommendation, we can foster a comprehensive and sustainable approach to solid waste management. This will not only help mitigate the environmental impact of waste, but also promote resource conservation, improve public health, and create cleaner and healthier living environment for present and future generation. That's all from me. Okay, hi. My name is Muhammad Afiq bin Muhammad Krusani. My metric number is X61850. So I will continue this presentation about conclusion and recommendation. So, in conclusion, solid waste management is a critical issue that requires immediate attention and effective strategies to ensure the well-being of our environment and communities. Throughout this report, we have explored various aspects of solid waste, including its sources, composition, environmental impacts, and management techniques. Lastly, public awareness and education programs play a vital role in promoting responsible waste management practices, encouraging individuals and communities to adopt sustainable habits such as reducing single-use plastic, practicing composting, and participate in recycling program.